All right, Tracy, I just sent you the link.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, just came through. All right, let me go verify that it is working. Yep, you're good to go.
Are we waiting? Do we need to wait for Dr. Van or anything, or should I go ahead and do the
Ye-
call to
You are
order?
free. Yeah, you're free to proceed. He's not going to be attending this afternoon.
Okay, got it. So I have the script, so I'm just gonna start.
Perfect.
Okay, great. Oh, you know what? Let me just pull it up again. Okay. Please know any comments by the public are welcome and can be emailed to publiccomment@lsbme.la.gov. Can we confirm that we've verified the identity of all tele and video conference participants?
Yes.
Perfect. And is the sound clear and audible to the public and those on the tele and video conference?
Yes.
Great. All additions to the executive or public agenda must be made presently, as we will no longer make additions to the agenda after the close of the public session. So we'll go ahead and do our roll call. I'm Emily Nazar. Do we have Alex DeAngelo here today?
Yep, I'm here.
And do we have Hillary Giannani
Yes, I'm here.
and Nikki Wilano
Yes, present.
and Hannah Meadow?
Present.
Okay, so that's everybody. So I think we can get into our agenda now. And I'd seen, I think first on it was touching base on the CPA agreement. Is that right?
Let's see. Let me pull it up really quickly.
Olivia sent it last week.
Yeah.
But I don't think we added that one. I think maybe that was added from the board side.
Okay. And I'll be frank with you, I cannot actually recall what the last actually I don't see that on this. I
Oh,
see
okay.
approval of the minutes and committee appointments is all I see.
Okay, okay, perfect. Well then, yeah, let's start with a approval of the minutes. I forgot that.
All right, those would have been distributed. Does anyone have any corrections or additions?
No.
No.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Do we need any more or just 1 second is all we need?
1 second is fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I thought those looked good. And so then committee membership, you said is what you saw second, or the only other?
Yes, committee appointments is the only new business. And
Okay.
just for the most nitpickiest of sakes, if we can go ahead and on to have an actual vote on the motion, and by doing that, you can just say, is there any opposition?
Got it.
Hearing none, the motion passes.
Any opposition to approving the minutes from last time? All right. Okay. So yeah, so this next one, and oh, I should ask, are there any public comments?
No, we haven't received any.
Okay, great. So then the only other item we had, I think, was relating to the fact that I recently moved to Texas. So we're wondering if that affects my ability to continue to be on the committee.
Well, as as much as it pains me to have to report this because you're such a vital part of the committee, unfortunately, your law for the Genetic Counselors Advisory Committee actually specifically states that the advisory committee member must be each member of the advisory committee must be a member of this state, meaning Louisiana, a resident of this state. They don't all have that, frankly, but yours does. And so unless and until that, and it's actually in the law itself versus the rules, which we can change our rules more easily than we can change the law, but it's something we might want to look at for the future. But in any event, yes, you would no longer meet the qualifications to serve on the committee.
Okay, understood. And then our other, I think, follow-up question then would be, I think I remember Dr. Van in the past saying something about like we can still operate with 4 members, like that's enough while we're trying
Yes.
to get a 5th, right?
Yes, and there's a whole body of law behind that but for purposes of this, because you all are advisory only, I think it's safe for us to have a vacancy on the board pending it being filled and still proceed as long as 3 members, the statutorily required quorum, are present to take whatever action is necessary. We're going to go with that as a plan for right now. Just not that you necessarily care, but there is some case law out there on boards that actually have, not just advisory responsibilities, but also have specific things that they have to do that affect people's liberty and so forth. And those people are not allowed, their committee is deemed not correctly composed if they don't have all their members appointed. But I don't think that's to the point where you all can't go forward while we're getting someone on board.
And we do have a 5th identified. There's another genetic counselor at Ochsner who's let me know that she's willing to
Oh, perfect. Okay. And
join the
if
board.
that,
or
all right.
committee.
And did you, by chance, have you had an opportunity to send that person's name to Dr. Van?
No, I just wanted to see what happened today, if Emily was actually going to be able to stay on or not.
Sure.
And since there's going to be a vacancy, I can easily just double check with that genetic counselor and then send that name to Dr. Van. Because if I recall, the time for appointing somebody is like around now in the summer, and it took Hannah's appointment a few years.
Yes. Unfortunately, what
Somehow.
happens when the governor usually in the past, governors have gone ahead and done all their appointments to be confirmed by the Senate in the end of June or the end of May or the beginning of June when the legislative session ends. That is not to say that that a new appointment can't be submitted to the governor and have it acted on. It's just usually they do them in batches and bulks.
Yeah. Okay.
But on the other hand, if we haven't, every step we are closer to actually getting someone appointed and sitting in the seat is movement. So if we're just waiting on him to say yes, then we're in good shape. So yeah, if you could be the liaison for that, that would be wonderful.
Sure, no problem.
And for all of you, if there are any other persons who you think or do want to be or should be considered, oftentimes we send more than one name as an alternative. We don't have to do that. Your statutes and rules don't require that, but we sometimes do like to give the governor the idea that, and the board, frankly, the idea that they actually have a choice. So if there are other folks that you, like I said, that you think might be interested or should be interested, we usually try to give the board 3 names for them to affirm your recommendation and send that to the governor. If it doesn't happen, no sweat, but just if any of you all have had other discussions with other interested people.
Sounds like we got a good plan. Any other thoughts or anything else we wanted to talk about regarding committee appointments? Okay, any public comments?
No, we haven't received any public comments.
Okay. So I think that's short and sweet today. Do I make a motion to adjourn?
Sure, does someone want to second that?
Second.
And unless anybody is opposed, I presume that motion passes.
Great.
Thank you all, and we will press on trying to get that vacancy filled, that very sad vacancy filled.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
thanks everybody for getting on the call.
Thank you.
Here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Emily.
Bye, guys.